Would you walk away from a guaranteed $550,000 a year straight out of college? And would you do it to launch an AI startup when you have literally zero business experience? Well, today we're deconstructing the exact operational playbook of two engineers who did exactly that. This is the real story we're unpacking right now. It's all about completely rejecting extreme comfort to build something that truly scales, and doing it by relying purely on hardcore technical hacking. No fluff, just pure execution. And look, when I say extreme comfort, I mean a hard, quantified $550,000 offer from one of the absolute top quant firms in New York. The founder we're profiling today, Varun from GigaML, had a massive technical pedigree. I mean, he wasn't just your average student. He actually made $50,000 on the side purely by gaming Kaggle machine learning competitions. He did it so intensely, they literally banned him. And his co-founder? Equally brilliant. He ranked third in all of IIT, and the only reason he missed the absolute top spot was because he got slapped with a 10-mark penalty for giving proxy attendance for a friend. So yeah, these guys were pure, hardcore technical hackers. But, their path to success wasn't some straight, easy line. First, they scored an interview for Y Combinator with an idea for an ed tech startup. The YC partner, Harj, just looks at them, completely ignores their big market size and TAM pitch, and flat out tells them, this is edtech. It's not going to work. Pick something else. So they pivot immediately. They start caching large language models to reduce costs. Then they realize, actually, fine-tuning smaller models is better. They start topping Hugging Face benchmarks, they open source their models, and boom, they raise a $4 million seed round. But here's the catch. Fine-tuning is a really tough market to sell into. It was actually only by looking at what their customers, like the rapid delivery startup Zepto, were actually doing with the product that they discovered their true golden goose. Customers support AI agents. Section 1, landing DoorDash with 8 people. This right here is the ultimate David versus Goliath enterprise story. The sheer audacity of their execution is just staggering. Picture this, an 8-person engineering startup going head-to-head against a 400-person massively funded competitor for the global DoorDash contract. So how do you actually win that? You win it through flawless execution. They locked in the contract by running a grueling 3-month pilot for DoorDash with absolute zero downtime. DoorDash operates as a strict meritocracy, so they literally just looked at the raw performance metrics and picked the 8-person team. And the deflection rates explain exactly why DoorDash made that choice. Think about traditional IVR, those frustrating robotic phone menus. They only deflect about 10 to 15% of support calls. But with GigaML's current AI agents, which deliver a totally human-like experience where you never wait on hold, that rate shoots up to between 60 and 70%. And their ultimate target for top-tier customers? A staggering 90 to 95% deflection rate. We aren't throwing around generalizations here. These are the exact hard numbers enterprise clients are paying real money for. Section 2, KPIs and markdown files. So how do they actually hit those numbers? Let's look at their internal operations. The absolute crucial point here is their precise 4-step operational loop. Fundamentally, they believe every single AI agent just boils down to a markdown file containing the company's policies. Step 1, you establish that file. Step 2, iteratively improve the markdown text. Step 3, aggressively watch the primary business KPI, like customer satisfaction or the resolution rate, move. But using this exact loop, they drive resolution rates from a baseline of 30 to 40% all the way up to 90%. And step 4, that is the real vision. The biggest bottleneck in enterprise AI right now is the human forward-deployed engineer who configures the software. Well, GigaML is actively replacing that human with an AI forward-deployed engineer that literally sits in Slack, joins your Google Meets, takes notes, and updates the markdown automatically. Absolute game changer. Which leads us perfectly into Section 3, vibe coding and automation. Their core company value is literally automate, automate, automate. Initially, the founder genuinely believed sales was the most vital part of the company, but he realized he was entirely wrong. His massive realization? Product is the most important thing. None of the top companies are succeeding just because they have the best sales team. He noted that industry giants like OpenAI and Anthropic don't even pay commission to their sales teams. The logic is simple. If your product delivers overwhelming value rapidly, people will pay for it. The product itself dictates the scale. And to build that world-class product, they heavily leverage AI internally. By utilizing coding agents, they achieve an exact 7x multiplier on their engineering headcount. Seriously, 7x. That means without AI, they would need a team 7 times larger to accomplish the exact same output. It's not just about saving some cash. It entirely eliminates context switching and allows a single engineer to build, test, and ship incredibly fast. But because of this massive 7x multiplier, their interview process is brutally unique. They have a strict text comparison test for candidates. First, they ask the candidate to vibe code, meaning they use AI tools to quickly generate the initial code. Okay, normal enough. But then they immediately wipe the code, completely revoke the candidate's access to the AI tool, and ask them to rewrite and modify it totally from scratch. It is a genius, high-pressure filter to prove that the engineer actually understands the underlying architecture and isn't just blindly copy-pasting AI output. All right, Section 4, the hardcore wrap-up. It's time for our final review sequence. Let's lock in the crucial data points you need to remember. Here are the unsimplified, hard facts extracted straight from today's explainer. Fact 1. The founder gamed Kaggle for $50,000 before getting completely banned. Fact 2. His co-founder missed the top rank purely due to a 10-mark proxy attendance penalty. Fact 3. They raised a $4 million seed round after pivoting directly from ed tech to fine-tuning. Fact 4. They won against a 400-person competitor via a flawless 3-month pilot at DoorDash. And Fact 5. They utilize coding agents to achieve a 7x engineering output multiplier. And if you take exactly one thing away from this whole breakdown, make it this bottom line logic. If the problem is important enough, people will pay real money for the product, rendering massive sales teams completely secondary. A hyper-efficient 8-person engineering team absolutely can beat a 400-person giant if the product's value is undeniable. Now it's time for the hardcore debate. I want to know, is vibe coding, followed by immediately revoking AI access in a job interview, a genius filter to find true underlying talent, or is it a massive red flag for a toxic work culture? What is your exact reasoning? I want to hear your exact arguments. Leave a comment below with your stance on the debate, and when you do, we will send you our exclusive automation mind map detailing exactly how to replicate this operational playbook. Drop that comment right now, and I'll see you in the next explainer.